The Peralez questline in Cyberpunk 2077 has one of the most mysterious conclusions in the universe of Cyberpunk. Its ending is left widely open to player interpretation, so my own conclusion ties Morgan Blackhand directly to this questline. But before I elaborate on my theory, let's review some key facts about Blackhand. For those who may not be aware, Mike Pondsmith, through his official Reddit, has confirmed several crucial details about Blackhand. First, he is alive. More interestingly, however, Pondsmith has heavily implied that Morgan severed all ties with Corpos, including Militech. Third and last, he has adopted more cyberware despite his disdain for excessive cyberware. This has been confirmed, and I managed to learn all this from the Where is Morgan Blackhand video by Laidback Gamer. He covers so much cyberpunk stuff, so I highly recommend checking out his channel. Otherwise, please continue to watch. On the day Arasaka was nuked, Morgan's priority was never about besting Atom Smasher. Instead, his true objective was securing Shaitan's biopod, which Smasher arrogantly flaunted to taunt him. And it worked, but not in the way Smasher thought. In Morgan Blackhand's calculated focus, he anticipated that while Smasher would be consumed with besting him, Morgan could extract and safeguard the biopod, thereby escaping the conflict. And he succeeded. As Smasher initiated a frantic chase, the nuclear detonation erupted, severing their paths and leaving both on the brink of death. While Smasher's fate has become public knowledge, even legendary, only a few know that Morgan Blackhand was actually recovered by Militech. Militech's plan was clear. They had a clear purpose. They intended to turn him into a loyal asset, a lapdog, fearsome, a corporate enforcer, an Atom Smasher. Upon recovering Morgan Blackhand, Militech had no option but to install extensive cyberware to keep him alive. His body would not have survived otherwise. Although they were completely aware of the famous meat beats metal mantra that Blackhand cherished, they honestly cared little about his personal philosophy, so long as he could serve as a dependable asset. Yet Militech faced a dilemma. Although Morgan Blackhand was known for his efficiency and fearlessness, qualities that far surpassed Smasher, loyalty could not be taken for granted. Even with Shaitan's biopod in their possession to potentially coerce Morgan into loyalty, they needed something more secure. So, despite the failure of Cynosure, Militech actually had another project in the works, Project Obsidian, a brainwashing technology originally designed for infiltration but later evolved with the potential to force unwavering loyalty. Now, this Project Obsidian is not canon, it's not official lore, it's just part of my theory, so bear with me. Developing this technology would take time, and by the time they began testing it on Morgan, several years had passed, but unexpectedly, he was awake. Morgan immediately searched for Shaitan, only to realize the situation he was in. Before he could gather his thoughts, he was contacted by an anonymous Militech insider. They wasted no time in guiding Morgan out of the facility. The insider explained to Morgan Blackhand that hundreds had perished to perfect this dark loyalty technology, including their loved ones. The insider then directed Morgan to seek refuge in Japantown, a region Militech typically avoids due to its status as Arasaka territory. Once in Japantown, however, Militech quickly moved to recover him by smartly dispatching Lazarus agents instead of Militech agents. These agents were later found dead, as we all know, with the lone survivor describing the attacker as a portly man with a black cyber arm. Realizing that there was no safe haven left in Night City, Morgan fled to the insider's hideout in Washington, D.C., which also happens to be the main headquarters for Militech. During his journey, the insider revealed another startling detail. Shaitan was still alive, and Militech would likely keep it that way just because he could potentially be blackmail material. Although frustrated, Morgan understood the necessity of the insider's decision for now. Upon arrival at the hideout, the insider updated Morgan on the years he'd lost in his coma. They also expressed sympathy for Morgan's forced involvement in the Obsidian project, while assuring him that Militech's remote access was completely blocked off by the insider, and of course the invasive brainwashing technology had been kept dormant also by the insider. Together, they formulated a plan not merely to dismantle Militech physically, but to undermine its corporate power from within. Morgan's intentions, however, remained singular. He did not care about Militech's downfall. His purpose was to exact vengeance on Militech for the lives sacrificed on his behalf, and above all, to save Shaitan. For now, however grand their plan, their main focus was to make Morgan Blackhand untraceable. The dormant technology in Blackhand could help somehow, they just did not know how back then. By 2077, Morgan Blackhand had not only become untraceable, but Project Obsidian had evolved into a brand new technology, memory alteration technology. Initially used to create ripple effects through small operations to stay hidden as well, it was time to go big, and Night City was the perfect playground. So far, they managed to make the city's mayor their puppet. It is only a matter of time until Militech is next in line. And that's where we, the protagonists, could come in Project Orion.